Right.
But do both parties have to submit the exact same documents?
Yes. So unless it truly isn't in your control and you don't have access to it, you can say that your spouse has it, right? Or is the only one who has the login, or if it's just in their name. Of course, we can say that, but you should acknowledge that it exists. And a lot of where we get that acknowledgement is on the financial affidavit, which is super important.
So important. So why is that so important?
So the financial affidavit is like your summary evidence. I think that's the best way to put it.
Such a great way to put it.
Isn't it? It's I think it helps conceptualize, at least for attorneys, why summary evidence should be used, because we already automate its use. And what your summary evidence is it's like a statement of your income broken down monthly, right? Which means maybe you have to average it over the year. And it's a monthly average of your expenses. So even if you purchase something one time a year, in theory, you would divide it by 12 and put it on there as an expense. I like to explain it to people like if you did the envelope method of budgeting.
Yes, it's like a budget.
It is a budget, right? If you did the envelope method of budgeting and you were like, this is what I need to budget the whole year for clothing. So if that's $100 because you spend $1,200 in clothing one time a year, then that's the answer. So, a lot of times people are like, well, I don't have repairs. Well, but you had repairs twice a year.
Same with, I've seen it with gifts. Like, I don't really buy gifts. I'm like, well, what about Christmas?
Yeah. What about birthdays?
Yeah, you don't buy Christmas gifts for the kids or, family members, things like that. So like, that's why sometimes you'll see on a financial affidavit, it'll be like $20 in gifts each month or $60 in gifts in each month. It's obviously going to be estimated. Sometimes you can even put future expenses.
Right. Yeah.
Like expected, estimated.
Or maybe if you don't know exactly what your water bill is, because it changes, my suggestion, the best one to do is to take, the prior 12 months and divide it by 12. But if you can't do that, that's not practical. You can still put estimated there. Yeah. These are estimated. It's not perfect. The only way to get your budget perfectly perfect would be to hire an accountant, a forensic accountant, and have them review all of your expenses and bank accounts and do it for you. But it's unnecessary to incur that expense. It's a few $1,000s.
It is a few $1,000s. I feel like that is a strategic question that I probably was going to go into with you. That's kind of like, what do you do if you think that your partner's hiding assets from you? What if you are the spouse that doesn't really know much about the finances, but you think he's not disclosing everything?
I think that you could, the best way to start is with a forensic accountant. There isn't a forensic investigator. That professional does exist. And I think that it's probably, going to have a lot of the ways where this can be done is by going through their expenses and just seeing what doesn't match up.
I agree.
Does that make sense? Yeah. So a lot of times a forensic accountant can do that. That does require some expert analysis.
It does. Yeah. It is a lot of statements. It is a lot of.
It is. Also, if we know it's wrong or you review it and they didn't disclose their Chase account, tell us. We can do emotional compel.
Absolutely. We can even do a request to produce.
If you think they're truly hiding something and it's like not disclosed and we don't have evidence of it, then at that point we could either subpoena if you know the place directly, or we get that forensic accountant to really dig through.
That was my next question. If you have the person being like, no, I don't have this house, but then you see it on, the property appraiser's website, which has happened, sometimes you just got to request to produce it and confront them with it. Like, hey,
exactly.
The best approach I always do is I just go to with the opposing counsel first, see what they say.
Well, right? and we are required to do that. Right. And it would make sense if they were like, oh, darn, actually, I forgot to move it over to the folder or whatever. Oh, my client didn't tell me.
Yeah.
Which can happen.
Very much.
So when people forget, right? Oh, I did forget I had a Best Buy credit card because nobody goes to Best Buy anymore.
I know.
My Circuit City credit card.
I know. Circuit City.
My Blockbuster credit card.
I forgot about Circuit City.